Hi, how are you?
Hi, Mr. Dr. Rowan. How are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm okay. You're the mom, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, what do you think all this psychiatric treatment stuff is about? They've been trying to get you into treatment for years, it sounds like, and you never have wanted to do it.
I believe because I do have a degree in psychology. I studied the field, and I'm familiar with the DSM-4.
I'm sorry, I've got a cold. You'll have to talk up so I can hear you.
I do have a degree in psychology. I've studied, I have a bachelor's degree in psychology. I know about the DSM-4 and the DSM-5. And my issue is that I was falsely diagnosed in the past with schizophrenia and delusional disorder regarding things which are not delusional. And so I have a concern about that because normally in order to be diagnosed with those two specific disorders, you have to hallucinate something. Isn't that correct?
Either that or just be paranoid.
Well, paranoid in terms of what?
Paranoid in terms of feeling that people are trying to harm you or that people are plotting against you or something like that.
Well, now, if there is a basis in that, is that still considered a psychological disorder? For example...
No, if it's true, it's not considered paranoia.
Well, there you go. So, like, for example, if I had a ongoing dispute and let's say I was attacked by the police and physically injured, and then attacked by the police and physically injured, and then it happens again, maybe 6, 7, 8 times, and then at some point I become paranoid about being attacked by the police and physically injured, that would not in fact be a disorder, would it be?
Probably not.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure.
Is that what happened during your Baker Acts? They attacked you?
Well, yeah, if you see the right side of my face is paralyzed, the police did this to me. Mm-hmm. My mother's right here, she can tell you. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's a pretty, see if I smile, this side is paralyzed.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a pretty serious injury, and that happened at that time. My mother's a witness, she's right here. And I do have concerns because I haven't exactly been treated very fairly. Mm-hmm. I don't believe even if the police would like to arrest you for something that they have the right to injure you and cause a permanent disfigurement of your face. So that was a very unfortunate event, and I actually left the country because of that, because that was such a illegal action taken against me that I just could not stay in the United States without feeling. I went to the Middle East and I was very happy over there. I was very happy over there. I actually do not suffer any anxiety or any kind of paranoia living in the Middle East because I don't have anybody targeting me there. So I've lived I was not born in the Middle East. I didn't even know Arabic when I went there. I had literally just a few bucks in my pocket and a one-way ticket, and I started from zero over there, and I was very happy over there.
So how did you survive over there?
I was working at a school at the time. I had other jobs with family and things like that, and I was able to get by for many years over there. But then the dispute continued between myself and the people who were targeting me. They followed me to Morocco, and my mother's a witness. She was there, and they started doing a lot of illegal things against me. I was having very substantial complaints being filed against me by people who are high-level U.S. government officials, to include 3 United States ambassadors. So that's not
who followed you to Morocco?
The United States government, unfortunately. I was doing very well over there, and they were not happy about that. And so they basically wanted to disrupt my life over there and make sure that I didn't stay there.
See, that part sounds a little paranoid, that it would go from local police fighting with you to the U.S. government following you to Morocco. That sounds a little paranoid.
It may sound paranoid, but what if I were to show you a letter written by 3 United States ambassadors addressed to the King of Morocco, asking them to imprison me for terrorism and all kinds of things like that? Would that then allow you to believe that maybe I'm not paranoid about that, because that's pretty.
I have to wonder. Do you have that letter?
Yes, I do actually. Can I have your email and I can send that to you? Actually, I would love to do that, because I've been accused of delusion about that letter. That people have stated that it doesn't exist, and it's not factual. And I've actually been accused of delusion because of that. So I'd like to correct the record. I really appreciate that you would take the time to look at that material. Thank you so much. I will send that to you today. A copy at compass.md.
MD.
Oh, that's the website, compass.md? Okay, I will send that to you today as soon as I get home, so you can understand the context of why I am a little concerned about the kind of things that were done to me. My mother's here and she can tell you about that as well. Mom, would you like to tell her? Is that a delusion, Mom?
Well, the reason why we're in courts is because he was working at the American school in Marrakesh, and he was trying just to help the kids at the school, to save them from somebody who was going to teach them very bad things. You know,
I'm sorry, he was trying to save the kids from a teacher?
No, from the the headmaster.
What did the headmaster do?
Came to the school of the American School of Marrakesh, and he happened to be, homosexual, and he was, like there to,
What was found in the school?
He was working at the school as
the head of technology.
Head of technology, and one day I said this when I was in D.C.
Yeah, she testified to this in court.
I did say this because he was working at the head of technology, and the lady that was cleaning the school found a, what is that?
USB,
and she took it. She brought it to my son. When he opened, and he saw what's in there.
Was it a thumb drive?
Yes.
Okay.
What's his name?
The headmaster of the school was in possession of child pornography on school grounds.
He told on him, and that's why we are here in courts for so many years.
I sued them because of this. They actually paid a settlement of about $171,000 for damages because of what they had done, because of the letter that they wrote to the King of Morocco, because of all the crimes that they were doing. And then they breached the settlement agreement and started sending me death threats.
Well, the thing is, he told on the guy, and the guy didn't like that, and he went crazy on us. And since then, we were suffering because of that. For so many years.
So he had a lawyer?
He has a lot of stress. He has anxiety. He doesn't sleep well. This is what's happening to him. He's not schizophrenic like they're saying he is. He's not taking any medication. He lives with me, and I see how he lives.
So you took him to Morocco when he was 20?
Not when I was 20.
No.
We were taken there when I was a child,
yes.
And then that's when
And you came back at 15?
Yes.
No, I came back at 12.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I came back at 12,
and one more thing, the headmaster of the school of Tangier, Mr. McPhillips, was the same as Mr.
Simpson.
Simpson.
Hold on, let me explain. Listen, I was a student.
He touched him.
The guy tried to molest me when I was 12 years old, and we
him.
reported him, and then they covered it all up. This was when I was a student at the same school I went to work at later on, after he passed away.
Him, they're going to say, oh, he's hallucinating. No, he wasn't.
My mom was a witness, my father was a witness. We reported it, they covered it up. That's not our fault. That has nothing to do with us. We left the country because of that. And then they accused me of being schizophrenic and hallucinating these things because these people are, you know.
Okay, so do you want something to help your sleep?
No, I don't take any medication.
Okay.
I don't like
He doesn't
medication.
take
I don't have any
Well, in
issue.
that case, I'll say that we've had the evaluation and you did not want any medication.
Yeah,
And we're
absolutely.
done.
Well, something to take to sleep. We can go, take something.
No, I don't take anything. I don't take any of those things. And my mom can
He
tell you.
doesn't-
Okay, I'm not going to force it on
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
So
I don't take any of those
So,
things.
ma'am, I
come
just
back
wanted to
if you should
understand.
need to. Then
Okay, I will send you that letter today via email so you can review it. And just so you're aware, I'm here currently. The charge was that I had threatened a federal official. But what was actually going on for multiple years after I returned to the United States to try to restrain the individuals who were stalking me was that they started sending me death threats. And then every time I would respond, every time I would respond, I would be arrested. They would not be arrested for sending me threats of violence because they had connections in the police and whatnot. But then I would be arrested for defending myself. And then that went on for about 6 years. And then what the court finally did do, it's okay. The court finally did issue a ruling because I asked the court directly, why is it legal for them to threaten to hurt me and my family and do threats of violence against us, which is normally illegal, and if I respond, I'm arrested. And the court actually issued an order stating, yeah, she was even getting threats. So
I did find a
had a-
why not?
Yeah,
a
well-
can of tomato on my car, and I called him and I
yeah,
said,
well, no, but let me give him the background
they're
because
saying he's hallucinating.
when we were in Morocco, they used to take red liquid and throw it on our door or whatever. Because the individual who was caught with the child pornography is HIV positive, so I believe that they were threatening me in a kind of way, like with simulated blood. And then that kind of thing continued even to the United States when they threw tomato sauce on our car and stuff like that. So they had hired, I found out through my investigation that they hired a private investigator in Florida named Jesse Melmond. He had found out where my mom lived and where I lived, and then we started getting threats at our homes directly. And so this was ongoing for many years. When we finally did go to the courts and ask them to explain to us why it's legal for people to threaten us, and if I respond, I get arrested, the court issued an order stating that because I'm not employed as a federal judge, that I don't have the right to be protected from threats of violence. This is what the court just wrote, and this is what we're now appealing. So there are substantial issues with the case that brought me here, and I'm just letting you know that there is a background, and I would like for you to be able to review that rather than just see the government side of the dispute.
so send me what you want to have reviewed.
All right, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, bye guys.
Okay, bye-bye.